Hello everyone and welcome back to, you guessed it, WAWA'S Angels Nursery. Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing great. I know it is very hot outside, very hot outside indeed. But hopefully you guys are staying cool and just having a great summer, right? Hopefully you're having a great summer. So anyway, speaking of summer, I am here with my mug. This is actually a one of a kind. It's a flamingo mug. Ooh. Just like your flamingo, Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear, you say hi?
Hello.
Yes, you tell everyone you were so good today on the errands and our meetings that we had to go to. Yeah. So here is my flamingo mug, and inside we have 8 o'clock coffee, which is the original coffee that I tried that I got hooked on, and some whipped cream, and together, oh wait, and creamer. We have French vanilla creamer. So all of that together creates this symphony of delight. Cheers. Guys, there's nothing like a nice cold coffee in the summertime, am I right? Or iced coffee, however you want to say it. You can do iced coffee, you can do warm coffee, although in the summer, warm coffee might be a little hot. Hot, yes. So what are you guys up to? What kind of activities have you been doing? I know a lot of you were saying that you're going to spend time with family and grill and go to the beach and, you know, do just all kinds of summer stuff, right? Is anybody traveling? I'm not traveling. Can't do it this year, but I'm really hoping that next year we can make it happen, because it's been a long time since we actually went on a family vacation. It's been a minute, you guys. But yeah, I've just been working on show dolls mostly. I do have some of my babies for sale in the nursery, along with a few from my private collection. If you guys are interested in checking those out, here is the link. Yes. So yeah, check them out, see if there's any babies there that catch your eye, and adopt them. And I will give you a beautiful box opening. So yeah, so that's what's new with that. I do have one doll coming, but it is I'm gonna say it's a vintage doll. I'm not really sure much about it, but we'll learn together when she gets here. But it was very reasonably priced. I think I paid like $50 maybe for it. Very good price. But she just had this look to her that just, I don't know. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. I don't know when it's coming, but hopefully it'll be here in the next couple of days. So this week is pretty packed, you guys. I've had meetings and appointments and errands and chores and yada yadas. I pretty much have it all week. But at the end of the week, you guys, yours truly is going to the beach. Yeah. So every year, my best friend and I go on a bestie beach trip. Hi, Jennifer. Let's take some more coffee, shall we? So yeah, every year, we started this a few years ago, and it's always a blast. Basically, we go to the beach and we stay at a hotel 1 or 2 nights. This time it'll be 2 nights. And we basically go to the beach, walk around, shop, and just take it easy, you know, just it's going to be a welcome break, I assure you. Not that, I mean, there's not like anything bad happening. It's just been so busy, you know? It's just like so busy. Like today, for instance, Pooh Bear and I, we had meetings this morning, and we had errands, and we had to go to the bank, and we had to go to the post office and the grocery store, and by the time we got home, I'm like ready to slap out and go to sleep. But I was like, no, it's been a minute, since I got on here. So I at least want to pop in and say hi. So that's what I'm doing today. Just checking in with you guys. My little schmuckaroonies. You guys good? For real? You good? I'm going to show you one of the babies from my collection. And this is a sweetheart that I had custom made. Oh my god, look at you, baby. Oh my god, look at this little angel. She's wearing a Burt's Bees deer outfit because I love deer. Oh my god.
There's me.
This is baby. Look at the happy girl.
It's me.
Look at her little gums. See guys, look at the little gums. Yeah, it's like you, Pooh Bear. Look at the little gums.
Oh, it's so cute.
I know. Look at her hair. And she's just the happiest little thing. I love happy babies. So when I see a sculpt where they're like really happy, I go for it. I go for it. There is one. I think it's by I don't know. It's one of the Nickies, I think. Nikki Joel or Nikki Johnston. I don't know. But what is the name? Wow. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's a toddler-sized baby, and she was just released, well, the pre-order, about a couple weeks ago. It hasn't been that long. And she's a smiling toddler, and she looks like Benjamin. You guys know Benjamin. But yeah, super, super duper cute. I'm excited to see that one in person. What else? But yeah, I've also pre-ordered Alice and Lovely and Miracle. All waiting on those. And what else? Alice, Lovely, Miracle. I think I got Alice already, actually. Lovely is coming. Miracle's not here yet either. I thought that was, other than the toddler, I thought I ordered you guys. You know what the problem is? I haven't eaten anything today except for a nectarine. It's not common for me, but like I said, I've been running around today. But I did not stop for any cheats, you guys. No cheats. I did not get no junk food, no fast food, no drive-thrus, nothing. I stuck to my errands and meetings and stuff, and I behaved myself. I do need to eat something after this because I'm like really like cuckoo. Let's get some more coffee, shall we? Yeah. So this is my happy little girl. She's a happy girl. I like smiling babies. I like them because they're just so happy. They make you happy when they smile. Yeah. I'm trying to like my hair. Oi. My hair is always in the way, you guys. There you go. Now you can see the baby better. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you can turn and look at them better. There you go. Oh, that's nice. Yes. So she's all snuggly in her little Burt's Bees deer outfit because we love deer, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We just love the deer. Yeah, I'm a big fan of deer. I'm a big fan of animals, period, really. Of all animals. What you doing? Looking out the window? You looking out the window? Yeah. Aww. So anyway, guys, I did want to also talk about a topic. Yeah. This one literally just popped in my head like earlier today. I just feel like God wants me to talk about it, so that's what I'm gonna do. Look at this sweet girl. Her outfit's a little big for her. That's okay. That's okay. We'll let it slide. Yeah. So the topic is the power of the tongue. Meaning, everything that we speak has a lot of power. A lot of power. Jesus says multiple times in the Bible, ask and you shall receive. Say it and believe it. That's what I want to focus on, because there's so many times that, we say, oh yeah, we want to, or I want to, I don't know, what do we ask for? Oh, I want to have, lots of money, or, I want to have a brand new car, or whatever you need, or mainly I just want to help, like in general, you need help in general, with anything, your finances, your health, family issues, stuff that's going on with your own children or grandchildren, and there's just, and all your pets, a lot of times we ask, God, we pray, but we wonder though, like, when it doesn't come true, is it because God said no? Or is it because we didn't really believe it was going to happen? Could be both. But sometimes, when you say something and you don't really believe that it can happen, it doesn't have the same oomph. You have to, when you pray, you have to pray with fire in your soul. You have to pray knowing, not thinking or hoping, but knowing that God is going to help you with that situation. Now, it's important, because so many people will say, oh, he didn't do anything or whatever, and it's like they don't realize that God did answer, but not the way they expected. That's important. I know it gets tricky. But here's the thing. God is an infinitely loving God, and he loves you unconditionally. Okay? Unconditionally. That means there is nothing that you can say or do that goes between his love and you. Okay? Even if you turn your back, he'll always love you. But it is important to know, if you turn your back, then you're making a choice. And he is not going to force you to choose him. And if you don't choose him, let's just say I wouldn't recommend that option. But you have to want to choose him too, because again, if you don't have that fire, that it's like energy, if you're just like, yeah, I believe in God, but you don't really, or yeah, I believe I'm going to be able to pay that electric bill, but you don't really, you have to understand that it is powerful to pray, but it is more powerful to pray with the belief that God is going to answer that prayer. As long as you understand, he may not answer it the way you are hoping. Sometimes he does, but sometimes he answers it in the way that you need. Right? We may say, oh my gosh, my brother is so annoying, and I just want him to be cool, and not annoy me so much. So what will happen is God may allow him to become more annoying, because you need to learn patience and compassion. Right? So he may not answer that prayer, because you actually do need to gain your patience. So it's kind of like he gives you what you need, and sometimes what you need is what you want, right? But the belief has to be behind those words. Because here's why. You could say things with your tongue in the opposite direction. You could say like, oh, I'll never get out of debt, or I'll never be able to take that trip to Europe, or I'll never, get that BMW, or whatever it is that you are asking for. You have to ask and believe. So if you're saying something like that and you believe that you're not going to get those things, then you're right, you're not. Most likely. Because you're giving energy to the belief that it won't happen for you. It's powerful stuff, you guys. It's very powerful. Even if you don't know, like, you could ask for the most craziest thing. And I don't mean just things. It could be health. It could be a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's not just an object. You could pray that, you become more, I don't know, more compassionate, towards others, or I don't know, whatever it is you're asking for. But yeah, if you just, oh, I'll never be like that, or I'll never have that, and it's like, if you really believe it, it's probably not going to happen. So even if you don't know how it's going to happen, if you have something on your soul that you really, really want, it could be anything, okay? If you really believe, then you say, I am going to be able to take that trip to Europe. I don't know how or when, but I will. It changes the energy and focus. You see what I'm saying? It gives it hope and belief and faith instead of just a blind, oh yeah, that'd be nice. It's like, yeah, it would be. So it's tricky. I know it's tricky. It's tricky and it's hard, especially if we really don't think it can happen. But I'm here to tell you, all things are possible with God. All things. And He can do the most amazing things in your life if you invite Him in. It's true. It's true. Let me get some coffee. So, yeah, be hopeful, be hopeful. Be of good cheer, dwell on good thoughts, because all of that has energy. And where your thoughts go, energy flows. So think positive, think positive. And here's something that's very hard to do, but it's where you see God's greatest power. So if you're in the middle of a trial right now, and it is an absolute shit throw, okay, and you're looking around and you're just like, I don't know how in the world this is going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this or whatever. You don't need to figure out the how. All you have to do is say, God, I need you. I need you, and I know you love me, and I know you care for my family as well, and I know you're going to make a way. You're going to give us, the grace we need to get through this trial. And believe it. Believe it. Because it's God, y'all. He's going to help you. He will. And you just have to trust His timing and the way that He helps you. And that's hard. I know it's hard. Sometimes things go exactly the way we hope, and we're like, oh, thank God, right? This is the first thing we all say, oh, thank God. Yes, thank God. It's true. It's true. Thank God, because he is the great provider, and He is not limited by anything. So we may be like, oh, this is impossible. How could God will tweak it. He'll tweak your reality, and he will make things happen that you are just mind blown. Like you can't believe. Like that happened out of nowhere. So, yes, it did. So all I'm saying is, you know, if you're in the middle of a hard time right now, just know that, you know, the famous, this too shall pass. We all say it, but it's very true. Everything, there's seasons for everything, you know? And you just keep your eyes on God and your hope in God, not in yourself, not in the people around you, because inevitably humans will fail each other, and that's just the way it goes. Sometimes they pull their weight, but we are disappointed often, aren't we? Yeah. So it's important to lean on God and not your own understanding, because your view and abilities on your life is a pinpoint compared to God's, which is infinite, completely unobstructed. God knows your beginning, your end, everywhere in between. So he knows exactly, nothing surprises him. He knows exactly what's coming and what you need. And you know, if somebody hurts you, says something, does something, just send back love. Because when people lash out, it means that they're hurting themselves. And I know that it's like, why would I pray for them, right? But they need it, obviously. Like, just like if you know, lost your temper and lashed out on someone and you said the wrong thing and you know, whatever, if you're a good person, you would want to know and you would be apologetic. And some people don't know that. Some people think they're entitled or that they're better than you or whatever. Then that's where your prayer comes in. Your prayer for them helps to open their eyes and open their heart so they can see, oh, you know what? I really did hurt that person. I really shouldn't have said that. And sometimes they'll come around and apologize, but sometimes they won't. Maybe they're ashamed or embarrassed, or sometimes they just have coldness in their hearts and they just continue to lash out. You know, that happens too. But, you know, when someone hurts you, the best thing is to just respond with love and prayer, because if you take it personal or if you hold on to that anger, it just eats at you. And it darkens your spirit. I told you, energy. You know, love and hate both have energy. And you want to be filled and surrounded by love, not hate. And I know it's hard. We're human. You know, we have emotions and we have, you know, things that happen or things that we cause, you know. And that's just part of life. But it's important to be held accountable, you know. I mean, when we pass on to the next place, which hopefully for us is going to be heaven, God is going to ask you one question. And this is truly all that matters, you guys. What have you done for your fellow men? What have you done for your fellow men? What did you do along the way to help others? You know, did you take that extra moment to help that person, you know, with their stuff? Or, you know, did you, when God put it on your heart to give to someone, did you follow through? Did you? Or did you question it? Or were you greedy or lazy? You know, all of us are guilty of this. All of us. And again, it's part of being human. But the goal is to love ourselves and the people around us. And that's all you need to worry about. If you do those things, you're going to be fine. God will take care of you, your family, your life, and it all works out. And in the end, we're given sight, 100% sight and knowledge. And we'll look back on our lives and we will thank God for every time He answered prayers and didn't answer prayers. Because we will understand the why. Right? I know it's hard. I know, because we don't have the why right now, do we? That's where our faith comes in. Are you going to have faith in God when everything's falling apart and you can't see a way out? Are you going to trust God to show you the way and open doors? Or are you going to give in to that despair? Are you going to listen to the enemy, Satan? Are you going to listen to his lies? Don't let him speak over your life. No, God has you. And God has control over your life. And He loves you. So, again, energy. Think positive. Think positive. Thinking negatively just invites more negativity. Doing negative, speaking negative, invites more negative. And the opposite is true for positive. Is it going to be all peaches and rainbows? No, it's not. But you will have that calmness in you in the storms, because you will understand it doesn't matter what it looks like. God is the author. He is the author and the great builder. He has the blueprints. He is the master architect over our lives. And He does not make mistakes. Ever. I tell you what, I don't know where I'd be without God. It's true. Absolutely true. 100 billion%. Like right now, for instance, I'll be transparent with you guys. The last couple weeks, my sales have been really slow. I even had some people come off reserves that I was hoping would go through because, I pay the mortgage. And part of me, I'm not gonna lie, part of me is nervous. Like, how am I gonna make up for this? And that's why I put a bunch of babies up from my collection, to try and boost sales. But it's been slow. There's several doll shows coming up very soon. In fact, this weekend coming up is a big one. I think Dolls of the World Expo, and I know a lot of people are saving their money for that too. And I start going, oh man, and then you start thinking, why? Like, why is it all of a sudden like at a halt? Maybe it's a test. Maybe it's a test. And I hope I pass, because honestly, I just tell myself, well, God put this on my heart to create this nursery, and He's going to find a way to bless me so that I can continue with this mission. Because I believe that my nursery is way more than just dolls. I believe He is going to use my nursery and me in ways that I can't possibly even dream of right now. Eventually, I would like to be able to reach many, many more people and just share God's truth, His love, and I'm hoping I can bless more people with more dolls and just all that stuff. I love to do that. I love, if I could literally give, I have so much stuff to give away, I would love to, but I can't do it. I can't, because I don't have the funds, to be able to do that, and real life comes first. And so, my friend the other day said, what are you going to do? And I said, this is God's thing. He's got a plan. I know He does. And whatever happens is His will, and whatever happens, I am A-okay with. It's okay. Because like I said, the nursery goes beyond that. It goes beyond, you know, selling dolls. It's way more than that. You know, I have made such amazing connections in this community, you know, with you guys, and I am beyond blessed already, you know. So yeah, while the human side of me starts going what's going on? I know in my heart it's going to be okay. So yeah, you know, but that's just a little example, you know, is you could choose to, you know, worry and just let it take over your day and make you just miserable or scared, sad, worried, anxious. Or you could just give it to God. Just be like, God, this is yours. My life is yours. Do with it what you will. Because ultimately, I want to be used by God for his kingdom. I want to bring light and love and truth into people's lives, you know? So, yeah. My dog started barking. So yeah, guys, I don't know, I wanna leave you guys with hope, you know, and not to focus on the hows and what's around you, because none of that limits God, none of it. You know, our beliefs limit us. When we give in to that despair and those lies that nothing will ever get better, those are lies. You know, they're lies. Listen, I was thinking today, sorry, my dogs. I was thinking today, when I got home, I was so hungry and so like I said, just cuckoo, because dizzy, all that. I might have to stop the video. We'll see. Hold on a second. Just a second. Sorry about that. A couple of my dogs had come upstairs and made the ones downstairs very jealous, and they're not allowed to be upstairs. So one of my dogs downstairs was barking to alert me that they were up here, and they're not supposed to be. So your outfit keeps covering your face, little girl. This is okay. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna need more coffee. So that's basically what I wanted to come on here for, because it's not all just about dolls all the time, you guys. I have met people in this journey that are, I call them earth angels, because they came at the time that I needed what they gave to me, you know, whether it was a word or just listening to me vent. You know, it's hard to explain, but like, it's like a tapestry, you know? You don't realize how we are all connected, all of us. And when one of us is hurting, it demands attention. You know what I mean? If you have a heart with God in it, you want to help those people. You want to help suffering. You want to do something about it. You know, and that could mean a variety of help. Just all kinds of ways you can help people. But the main thing is to just give them your time and focus. Dogs are at it again. Anyway, Hold on. Sorry about that. Dogs again. This little girl, she looks like she's getting tired. Yeah. Yes. I understand, sweet girl. I'm tired too. Shoot. Those little feet. Anyways, also it's important to know that when you are trying to deliver truth and hope, the devil is going to try and get in the way and distract you. Yes, yes, he does. He tries that. But you just keep your focus. Keep your eyes on God. That's all you gotta do. Just trust him. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. Don't hold on to stuff that you can't control. Do what you can. But the rest you have to give to him, because it'll just wear you down over time. It will. Just keep being a force of good as best you can. And you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then you'll be happy. Because you made the right choice. Yes. Look at the baby. Oh my God. Want to see her hair? Okay. Whoop. Look at that hair. Look at their hair. I love dark-haired babies with blue eyes. If you haven't noticed, it's like my favorite combination. Look at how cute. Here we go. It is so cute. There we go. So, have more coffee. So yeah, sorry for the dog interruptions. I try really hard not to let that happen because I know it's annoying. I hear you guys. So, I hope I made sense in this video. I know I'm not 100% because like I said, I'm very tired. I need to eat something. But I wanted to make sure I got on here before it got too late today so that I can make this video or these videos. I gotta link them all together. But just, I just felt called to do this message today. So I hope it helped in some way. I hope it helped lift you up even a little. And don't stop doing good. Don't ever stop doing good, even when it's hard. Because we need good in this world. We do. We need good. We need God. We need hope. We need love. Faith. It's all needed. And we have to be there for each other, you know, guys. We're all in this together. We're all literally on this boat together. If you really think about it, it's like, we are, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah. So it's important, you know, to lift each other up. Even if someone's not hurting, we're not going through it, you know. Just say something nice, you know. Anything. It could be, you know, hey, I really like your hair color. I really like, you know, I really like those shoes. Or like, man, you got a nice smile. You just never know. You never know what that's going to do to brighten someone's day. It could be, you could save a life. Because who knows? Maybe they went in the store that day and they said, man, if no one interacts positively with me, I'm going to do something dumb. And we can all fill in the blank, right, of what something dumb could be. And you were the person that said, hey, man, look at you. You are a good looking dude. And you don't mean it in a flirty way, or maybe you do, but I mean, you could say someone is handsome or beautiful without it being a flirtatious thing, you know. Or just, hey, I like that blue shirt. I like, you know, I like that watch, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It could be something so simple, you know, or pay for their groceries if you can, you know. Simple as a pimple. Or if you're in the McDonald's drive-thru, just say, hey, I'm going to take care of the car behind me. It's okay. You can do that because it inspires other people to keep it going. There was one time I heard that McDonald's had that happen. 400 cars. 400 cars long. Yeah, it kept going and it kept going. And it's just awesome to see, you know, when everybody pulls together and is there for each other. You know, we can accomplish great things. We really can, individually and as a group. You know, I mean, look at prayer. Prayer alone. Jesus says, if 2 or more pray in my name, I'm there. You know, that's like extra strong. That's why it, you know, prayer circles, prayer chains, extremely powerful. But if you don't have anyone to pray with, that's fine. Your prayers are just as powerful. You know, you could send that sucker up there with lots of hope and love and faith behind it and do just as well. And it's amazing what God can do. I mean, look how he designed nature. Look how he designed us, you know. Rivers cutting through the land are just like arteries in our bodies. They're just like tree branches. It's all the same design. It's to deliver life. Rivers to the land, water to the dry land, blood in our arteries, nutrients in the trees. It's you see it over and over and over. Like it's the same design. It's the same author, you guys. It's the same author over your life that created all life. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Yes, he is. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. I know it looks like it sometimes, but you don't need to. Just take a breath. And remember who God is. Remember his promises. And if you don't know God, got nothing to lose. Just reach out, you know, and just say, hey God, I'm curious about you. Speak to me. Get my attention. And he will. He'll find a way to get your attention, trust me. And it will be in a way that you cannot deny. And you'll say, that was God. He heard me. He's real. I want to get to know him more. Because the closer you get to God, the better you'll be. Because when you're close with God, you're close to his will over your life. I mean, something so crazy, you know, that you don't think is possible could turn into the most amazing thing. Like my nursery, WAWA'S Angels Nursery. I have no artistic training, none. And I'm completely self-taught, and I continue to teach myself because I'm far from a master artist, but I am learning, you know. And when he put this idea on my heart, I was like, how is that gonna happen? I'm not even like an artist, you know. My sister's the big artist, my daughter, not me. But he said it's gonna be fine, and I want to use this as your ministry. And I understood then that it's not just about the dolls. There's something bigger, you know, that I am hopefully accomplishing with this nursery. Because to me, it is part of my ministry in this world, you know. I'm just excited to see what's coming, because I have prayed over and over to God, give me the audience. Put the people in front of me. I'll tell them all about you. I'll give them all kinds of hope and direction and light. And just to tell them it's not over yet, You don't have to give up. You don't have to throw in the towel. No. Listen, sometimes God allows things to happen to us, even rough things, because then we have to turn our attention to Him, right? There was a time in my life when I was really in a bad place, and I felt like I was in a pit. All I could do was look up, and it was in those moments that I completely surrendered my life, and I said, okay, God, if you're real, if you're there, take control. I give it to you. I give you full control, because I don't know what to do anymore, and I'm scared, and I'm in pain, and I don't know what to do, but I have to do something. And guess what? That was the very beginning of my walk with God. And He just, guys, there's so many things that He did, showed me, put people in front of me that said things that it was like, hey, I remember feeling that way, and now this person is telling me. It's like confirmation, God speaks in all kinds of ways. Like during that time when I was going through that, I used to go to the park and take walks, and I would cry and just pray and just be like, God, I don't know what to do. I am completely aimless. I have no idea. And so there was a group of people in my area that were painting rocks and putting them all around town, different places. Well, the park was one of those places. And I found a rock that said, God loves you. There were many rocks that I found with many messages. That was the first. And I remember holding onto that rock for dear life and just saying, He heard me. He's with me. Yeah. Yes, He did, and He is. And I have never looked back. Never. Even during some times that got even darker at some points. It was just like, all right, take it. Tell me what I need to do. I'll do it. Just please. I don't know what to do with this. Some things are just way too big, right? They're way too big for us. And that's okay, because we're human. We're not God. We may look at the world and be like, how can I help this? How can I make a difference? You can make a difference right now, looking in the mirror. Tell yourself, say, hey, I love you. I love you, and I'm going to try harder, not to, engage in those bad habits, whatever your habit is. Everyone's got them. And I'm going to try to show you love. Start there. Start with yourself, because you have to love yourself first. If you're not okay, it's going to be hard for you to be 100% for someone else, And then, look around for opportunities. God will throw them in your way. Trust me. He'll put people in your way, that need you, that need to hear your words. Like I said, words are powerful. Like my husband, whenever he likes to worry about stuff all the time, especially medical stuff. Like if anything feels off, or he'll freak out and it's like, oh, it could be this, and I'm like, it's probably a muscle strain. Just ice it and give it a couple days. And it's like instantly he's like, all right. Even if it's something like that, sometimes people are just so wound up and so stress, and they just need to like take a moment, you know. I was saying earlier before the dog started barking again, I had come home and I was really, really hungry, and I did grab a nectarine, and usually I'd pop it in my mouth and keep, you know, running around doing stuff. And I said, you know what, no, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this nectarine. And I stood in the kitchen and I took a nice bite and I said, wow, there's nothing better. And that was the best nectarine of my entire life. Yep. Best one ever. It's because I took time to focus on how amazing that nectarine tasted and really savored it. What happens if we take time to savor more things in our lives? Like time with loved ones, instead of being on our phones or watching the TV or whatever, like engage with them. It's one of my biggest regrets is not giving my mom more of my time before she passed. It's a very deep regret because I was always stressed out about this and stressed out about that. And this was before my walk with God. And I'm not saying that you'll never stress, you know, when you are close to God, because you will, because you are not God. You don't have all the answers. You're human, and you need to depend on Him to guide you, you know, especially when you can't see. And you know, back then I didn't know God like I do now, and I would just let everything get to me and be stressed out and all the time and just want to go home and just, you know, relax. And it robbed me of a lot of time with my mom. So I make it a point now with my dad, at least once a week, we go over there and he makes dinner, or my sister or my brother, they make a beautiful dinner and we all hang out, you know, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful opportunity, you know, to spend time with our loved ones. So don't lose those opportunities. You know, if you can spend a little extra time, you know, with your children or your mom, your dad, your siblings, cousins, your aunt, you know, someone's visiting from out of town, you know, spend time, you know, spend time. And if you can't see them in person, call them, even text them. It's important not to take people for granted because you just don't know. You know, you just don't know when their time is up. So definitely don't take anyone for granted. It's true. So guys, I think I've chatted your ears off by now. But thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Make sure you're subscribed. If you like this video, please thumbs up. And let's grow this audience, y'all. Let's grow, because I want to reach more and more and more people, because I have a mission, as do you. What is your mission? I love you guys. God bless you, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.